Hi everyone, welcome to today's geography lesson. Make sure you've got everything that you need so that you can start doing some writing as soon as we get started on today's lesson. Because you know what I like to do? I like to ask you to write things down whilst we're doing our learning. Okay, to start us off today, can you remember the continents? We are going to be learning about something new today, and to help us learn about this new thing, I want to see if you can remember anything about the continents. The continents. I've got a picture of the map of the world here, and I've got my continents written along the bottom. We're going to see if we can match them up to the right places. And I'm also going to remind you of a little song that we learnt in September to help us remember the continents. Now, this song tells us about the biggest continent first, all the way to the smallest continent last. So listen carefully because that might help you. Join in if you remember the words. Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica and Europe, and finally Australia. Use that song to help you remember what each of the continents are. So we're going to start with the biggest one, just like the song. What is the first continent in our song? What's the biggest continent? It's Asia. Well done if you remembered that. Asia, the biggest continent. Then we'll go to the next biggest continent, this one here. What is this one called? Is it Europe, Antarctica, North America, South America, Australia, or Africa? It's Africa. Well done. What about the next continent? So the next biggest, we've got Asia, Africa, and then we've got this one next. This is the next biggest. Is that Europe, Antarctica, North America, South America, or Australia? It's North America. Well done. Which means this one has to be South America. Fantastic. So I'm thinking about our song again to help me. Asia, Africa, North and South America. What comes next? What's the next biggest one? Is it Europe, Antarctica, or Australia? This one here. It's Antarctica. Well done. And we've got our last two. This is the next biggest one. What is this one called? This is the one that we live in. Fantastic. It's Europe, which means the last one, the smallest, is Australia. Well done. I'm so impressed with how much you remembered. So we are going to be learning about the United Kingdom. That's where we live. It's in Europe, and it's this tiny little cluster of islands here. That's the United Kingdom. What's it called? It's a little bit tricky. United Kingdom, United Kingdom. Fantastic. So we live in the United Kingdom, and it's a tiny couple of islands in Europe. The United Kingdom, here it is made of 4 countries. How many countries is it made from? 4. Fantastic. We have got England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. So the one that we live in is called England. What's it called? England. We've got this red one, which is Northern Ireland. Fantastic. We've got this orange one, which is called Scotland. And then we've got this purple one, which is called Wales. Wales, Wales. Now, they're not really this colour. They're just like the normal land that we've got. So they'll be green, brown, there'll be bits of rivers, buildings. So they're not really these colours. So we can't use those to help us remember them, unfortunately. But we can remember that England is the biggest chunk. Scotland is the next biggest, and that is on top of England. It's north of England. Then we've got Wales, which is the next biggest, and that is next to England. And then we've got Northern Ireland, which is on its own. Okay. Northern Ireland is attached to the Republic of Ireland, but that is a separate country that's not part of the UK. So there we go. We've got England, you say it. Fantastic. We've got Wales, you say it. Amazing. We've got Northern Ireland, you say it. And we've got Scotland, you say it. Fantastic. So we've got those 4 countries which make up the United Kingdom. What do they make? The United Kingdom. Well done. What else can you see on the map though? Because it's not just those 4 countries. What else can you say? Tell somebody in the room. Fantastic. So you might have noticed that the blue parts are oceans or seas. You might have noticed that we've got some other countries here as well. We've got lots of tiny bits of writing. I wonder what they are, and lots of white dots to go with the writing. And then we've got the big red dots. I wonder what they are. Well, we're going to find out. So the blue parts, what are they? Tell me. They're the seas, they're the oceans. We've got the Atlantic Ocean, the Irish Sea, the North Sea, and the English Channel, which is between England and France, and that's the sea as well. What are the grey parts? So we've got the Republic of Ireland is one grey part, and France is another grey part. What are they? Fantastic. They're countries, so they're just ones that aren't in the UK. So they're other countries, but they're not in the United Kingdom. What do you think the white dots might be? Tell somebody in the room, what do you think the white dots might be? Excellent. Well done if you've got this right. The white dots are cities all over the country. And then we've got red dots. We've only got 4 of those, just like we've got 4 countries. We've got 1 in each country. What do you think they might be? I'll give you a clue. The one in England is called London. Fantastic. The red dots are cities as well, but they are the capital cities. Capital cities. Let's say that. Capital cities. Capital cities. Fantastic. Now we should know what a city is. Quickly tell somebody in the room what a city is. We've done lots of learning about cities, so we should all know what one of these is. What's a city? Tell somebody in the room. Fantastic. A city is the biggest type of settlement. It's where lots of people live. We live in Sheffield, and that is there. That dot is our city. So what do you think a capital city is? All the white dots are normal cities and the red ones are capital cities, and there's only 1 in every country. What do you think they are? Tell somebody in the room. Fantastic. A capital city is where our government is. So it's not always, but most of the time, the biggest city in that country, but not always. And it's where the government is. So our government is in London. And the Queen lives there as well. So London is our capital city. It's a really big city where the government is. So where anything gets decided to happen in our country, that's where it happens, in London. Right, let's have a quick recap. Which country do we live in? We live in England. Well done. Which city do we live in? We live in Sheffield. Fantastic. Can you spot Sheffield again on the map? See if you can point to it. Fantastic. Sheffield is here. And what is the capital city of our country? What is our capital city called? The big red dot. London. Fantastic. So the capital of England is London. We're going to say that sentence together. Are we ready? The capital of England is London. The capital of England is London. The capital of England is London. Fantastic. I want you to find somebody in your house to go and tell that the capital of England is London. Go and tell them now. Pause the video. Fantastic. So now we know that the capital of England is London. But what about the other countries in the United Kingdom? Let's look at Scotland next. We're looking for that red dot in Scotland. What is the capital city of Scotland? Point to it if you're not sure how to say it. Fantastic. The capital city of Scotland is Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Let's say that. Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Fantastic. So now we're going to say the whole sentence. We're going to break it up and then say it all together. The capital of Scotland is Edinburgh. The capital of Scotland is Edinburgh. The capital of Scotland is Edinburgh. Fantastic. Same again. Go and find somebody else. Tell them what the capital of Scotland is. Tell them the capital of Scotland is Edinburgh. Pause the video. Off you go. Oh, year 2, you're really impressing me. Well done. Let's look at Northern Ireland next. What is the capital of Northern Ireland? See if you can spot it, even if you're not sure how to say it. It's the red dot. Fantastic. It's Belfast. 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 The capital of Northern Ireland is Belfast. Let's say that together. The capital of Northern Ireland is Belfast. The capital of Northern Ireland is Belfast. The capital of Northern Ireland is Belfast. Amazing. Go and find somebody else. Tell them the capital of Northern Ireland is Belfast. Pause the video. Off you go. And our last country, Wales, the last one in the United Kingdom. What is the capital of Wales? Point to it or see if you can say that word. Remember, you're looking for the one with the red dot. Fabulous. Cardiff is the capital city of Wales. Cardiff. 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 Fantastic. So the capital of Wales is Cardiff. Let's say that whole sentence. The capital of Wales is Cardiff. The capital of Wales is Cardiff. The capital of Wales is Cardiff. Fabulous. Go and find somebody else. Tell them what the capital of Wales is. Tell them the capital of Wales is Cardiff. Pause the video. Off you go. Fantastic. Well done so far, everybody. I know that this can be a little bit tricky when we're learning lots of new things. So we've got those 4 countries in the United Kingdom. Let's say them together. We've got England, Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland. Now, I'm sure that we know that some countries speak different languages. For example, people that live in France speak French. People that live in Spain speak Spanish. In England, we speak English. But this is a little bit different. So even though there are 4 countries in the United Kingdom, all of those countries speak English. What do they all speak? English, fantastic. However, some people that live in those countries do speak different things. So in England, we might have people that have come to England from different countries and they speak a different language. But the majority of people in England speak English. In Wales, most people speak English, but some people also speak Welsh. Can you say Welsh? Welsh. Welsh. What languages do they speak in Wales? They speak English and they speak Welsh. Fantastic. So in Wales, they speak English and Welsh. What about in Scotland? In Scotland, they speak English, but some people speak Scottish Gaelic. Let's try saying that. Scottish Gaelic. Scottish Gaelic. Fantastic. Scottish Gaelic. So in Scotland, they speak English and they also speak Scottish Gaelic. Well done. And the last country, Northern Ireland, they speak English, but they also speak Irish. 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 Fantastic. What languages do they speak in Northern Ireland? English and Irish. Well done. All of these countries speak what language? English, fantastic. Wales also speak Welsh, brilliant. In Scotland, they also speak Scottish Gaelic. And in Northern Ireland, they also speak Irish. Well done. Let's see how much of that we can remember. Let's start with the countries. What is this country called? The biggest country in the United Kingdom. Tell me. It's England. Well done. What is the next biggest country called? The one above England. We call it Scotland. Fantastic. What is this one called next to England? Wales. Fantastic. And what is this one called on its own? Northern Ireland. Well done. What language do they speak in England? Fantastic. They speak English. What languages do they speak in Wales? They speak English and they speak Welsh. Fantastic. What languages do they speak in Scotland? They speak English and they also speak Scottish Gaelic. Well done, because that's a tricky word, that. And in Northern Ireland, they speak English and Irish. Fantastic. Let's see if we can remember what the capital cities of these places are called. In England, what's our capital city in our country? It's London. Well done if you remembered that. And that's where London is. It's near the bottom of our country, London. What's the capital of Wales? This is right at the bottom here. What is our capital of Wales? It's Cardiff. Well done. What's the capital of Northern Ireland? It's on the right-hand side of the country, facing towards the rest of the United Kingdom. It's Belfast. Fantastic. And the last one, Scotland. What's the capital of Scotland? It's near the bottom of Scotland, not the top. It's Edinburgh. Well done. Okay. We've done a lot of learning today. You've listened to my voice a lot. So we're going to do our activity now, and I'm going to quickly explain it to you so you can just do it straight away. So this is the 1-star challenge. This is a map of the United Kingdom. you need to colour in England in one colour of your choice. Now, I wouldn't choose red because it's got the red dots on it. I would choose a different colour. I'm going to go with pink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour in this box here to say what colour I've coloured England in. And then I'm going to colour England in pink. You have got clues on your map to help you. In England, well, this one is pointing to this, so this one must be England, and then I colour it in. Now, my colouring isn't very good because it's on the computer, but I'm sure that your colouring can be much neater than mine. So that's England. Then you're going to colour in Scotland in a different colour, Wales in a different colour, and Northern Ireland in a different colour. So when you're done, you should have all of them coloured in a different colour. When you've coloured them in, you then need to decide what they speak in each of those places. So in Scotland, what do they speak? English and Scottish Gaelic. Fantastic. So you would cut those out and stick them on. If you don't have access to a printer, you can just write them down. Okay, see if you can draw out the map of the United Kingdom. That would be very exciting. And then when you've decided what they speak in each place, you need to put the correct capital city on the right red dot. So here is the capital city for England. Is that London, Cardiff, Belfast, or Edinburgh? Which one? It's London. Fantastic. And I'm going to stick that next to my red dot. So that's what you're doing if you're doing the 1-star challenge. If you're doing the 2-star challenge, you've got it very similar, except you don't have the communicate imprint. You are colouring this in, just like in the last one. So choose, England's going to be orange this time, and then I'm going to colour in the one that I think is England. Then I'm going to decide what they speak in each country. You have got a list of the different languages. You need to decide what to write in which boxes. So this country, well, I've coloured it in to say that it's England. In this country, they speak what? What do they speak in England? Fantastic, they speak English. So I would write English on that line. After I've done all of that, I'm then going to put my capital cities with the correct red dots. So where is London? It's here in England, so I'm going to put it next to the red dot. And that's the 2-star challenge. And finally, we've got the 3-star challenge. Now, yours is the trickiest of all because you've got to colour in the countries, decide which languages they speak in each country, and then you have to draw a red circle for where the capital cities are. So I think London is about here. So I'm going to draw a red circle, and then I'm going to put London next to my red circle. Oops, helps if it's at the front, Miss Mannion. Just like that. All of the challenges are on the school website. And that is our geography lesson done for today. I can't wait to see what things you come up with. Bye, everybody.